This is Sound Off 60.
I want to make sure that the best team is the champion.
Yeah.
I want to play.
And that's key.
If that tournament comes up with this is the best team, I'm for that.
Southwest Louisiana's premier sports talk television show.
With me?
Hey.
Without me. All
That
right.
might be the
Hey.
dumbest argument we've ever had.
You
I
are
like the way he
most
does that.
idiotic imbecile if you thought that argument did not have merit.
Look.
It did not.
All right,
McCarron.
So you talking about my LSU quarterback?
Yeah.
You put
With me? Without me.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Here are the boys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
It's great to be a Saints fan, Cowboy fan, Tiger fan,
Everybody.
and maybe a Bar Buccaneer fan for one
Everybody.
more week anyway, guys. All winners this week in football.
Everybody
We're just
big
trucking
winners.
along.
Yeah.
We're just trucking along. Everybody's happy. Everybody's glad.
Everybody's happy, yeah.
We're glee.
you
Got a
Saints-
lot, big
I guess
smile
let
on
me
that
ask you this,
side.
Rick, I
I
know-
mean, the Saints won, the arch rival.
Yeah.
McNeese and LSU, I don't know what you can complain about either one of them.
No.
Not much.
So what are we going to talk about?
Well, we're going to dig. We're going to have a
good
little
week.
fun. We're going to dig into
A good
some
practice
games.
week, I guess, for those
We
two.
also want to have the folks hang around because we're going to put out a little contest. We don't do contests here a whole lot.
Not
we're going to
very
do a
often.
contest for free tickets to the Cheap Trick Rock and Roll Show here at Lauberge Casino coming up
good
Friday,
tickets.
September 20th. So hang around, listen for details as we move along in the show. You can play along on our website, www.soundoff60.com, or just soundoff60.com because you know
Yes.
all that World Wide Web stuff. Have a little fun with it. Guys, let's open up with the New Orleans Saints, the return of Sean Payton. I don't know. The emotional appearance of Sean Payton with Steve Gleason, who's suffering from Lou Gehrig's disease. I mean, my gosh, if you don't swell up with that,
Yeah.
and with the fans and the who dat cheer and that whole thing, you don't have a heart.
Yeah.
I mean, the disease is ravaging his body to the nth degree, but I don't want to be a downer, but it's great that he's still a part of the team.
Yeah.
Of course, the ex-Saint Steve Gleason with the statue and
Yeah.
all that thing. And
Yeah.
of course, the Atlanta and the Katrina game and the block punt and all. It
Yeah.
was just great seeing
Great-
that.
great
But
kid,
the
man.
return of Peyton and the successful
And
debut
yet-
of that 3-4
and-
defense.
Yeah, and yet all of that is like they pulled out all the stops. And if you remember the great Katrina game,
Yes.
I
What a
mean,
game that was.
it was just from the word go.
Yeah.
Whereas it looked like yesterday, after all that and blah blah blah, Sean Payton's back. Let's hear it
Yeah.
for Gleason. Blah blah. And it came out flat for a quarter.
A little
I
bit.
thought.
Yeah.
Well, rhythm.
Yeah.
Offensive rhythm and tempo.
Yeah.
But Kevin, you're the defensive specialist on this
Look.
panel. You had to come
I
away
was- I was-
impressed.
yeah.
Come on, 17 points
you
for the
didn't,
Atlanta
if you
Falcons?
Didn't, well, if you didn't, something is definitely wrong. And I've got to say it. You know me, I'm going to give you a hard time about the Saints regardless of whatever it is. But, Rick, I've got to say, pass rush-wise, the Saints,
And
baby, they
had
can go with
some
anybody.
injuries up front.
Yeah.
You know.
And I mean,
3 sacks on
you
Matt
had-
Ryan.
You had
Who's
a pretty
not
good.
supremely mobile, but
No,
look.
he's not. But Matt's the kind of guy that can hurt you when he wants to, though.
Yeah.
And they got to him so much to where he couldn't do a little dump pass, Rick. I mean, he threw it to the ground, I think, like 3 times.
Yeah.
And I mean, one was intentional grounding.
Yeah.
Well,
So
the
I'm saying,
pass rush to
man,
me was the key to that last play of the game.
Oh, yeah, big
You know.
time. Big
Oh,
time.
big
but-
time it was, Scooter.
With
But,
3.
you know, I'm
With 3.
watching the first quarter, and I'm like, well, I think they did get a 3-and-out
Yeah.
start the game, didn't they? And I'm like,
Yeah, they did.
well, okay. And man, I was surprised how good they looked on
Yes.
defense.
Yeah.
That was just
The Falcons are a pretty good offense.
They are a pretty good
I
offensive
mean, there's
team.
a lot of weapons.
They are.
on-
Steven
on that
Jackson?
offense.
They are.
Steven Jackson?
Yeah.
I mean,
and
Julio Jones, and,
all
I
of
mean,
them.
Julio, another one that was just.
Yeah.
Roddy White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In the first quarter, I wasn't real impressed, but from that point on, and the Falcons didn't know what to expect from the Saints defense. I mean, let's face it, they weren't going to show anything in preseason
No.
that they, really were trying to
Yeah.
do. So you got all the bells and whistles from
Yeah,
that
but
defense.
you look, Mike Smith has tape on
Yeah.
Rob Ryan. They know,
Yeah.
they know all these
Oh, yeah.
coordinators.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. I get that. But I can't find anything to fault. So if you told me, because to me the defense won that game yesterday. I
No,
mean,
they did.
By the Saints standards, I thought their offense was pretty average yesterday. Even Drew Brees, uncharacteristically,
the defense-
he missed a few passes
He
he
did.
normally
He did.
No, he made some great ones. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
that
right.
that touchdown to Colston was a,
Yeah,
it was a great
that
throw, great
was a-
catch.
That
You're
was
right.
a typical
Yeah.
Breeze Saints pass. But, you know, the offense to me was just a hair off.
First game.
Not very often.
First game.
First game, but Rick, look
You know,
what you have to
everybody's
look
a little out of
forward to,
kilter.
though.
Huh?
I mean, but first game, but look what you've got to look forward to. I'm impressed, man. To say that the
What
defense
jumped out
could be
at you
this.
most? The pass rush?
The pass rush, definitely.
Pressure on the
I mean,
quarterback?
I mean, you got to say that.
Pressure on
You
the
gotta say
quarterback,
pressure on the
Kevin.
pass rush.
Man, it just seems in the NFL games,
And
it
if the
just
Saints have had
neutralizes. It neutralizes.
If
That's
that
the
defense,
speed of the game.
If that defense has had a problem the last 2 years, I mean, to me, that was
Getting
it.
to the
Yeah.
You know,
pass.
getting
Yeah.
quarterback
Yeah.
pressure.
yeah,
What
especially,
that does-
especially from the ends. too.
What that does, Rick, that just, like you said, it neutralizes everything, but the speed of the game sometimes in the passing game come from the actual pass drop, because that's going to dictate to the defense how quick I can find my guy and get him to him while you're still basically trying to cover him. But yesterday, I mean, he was like, couldn't even get it cocked to throw it.
You know, I have been
mean, I was
watching this
impressed
more
at
and
that.
more over the last few years, Mr. Defensive Back expert on the far end. Especially when they showed the back angle, okay? And the coverage now with all the cameras, you see the defensive guys, the DBs and the linebackers, a lot
I
of
love
them
that 3D
are
the way they show
watching
it.
the quarterback.
Yeah.
Literally, you see their helmets looking
Yeah.
at the quarterback. They're not, watching their
No.
guys.
No.
And when that quarterback has to move and disrupt his flow, it just throws everything out of kilter.
Yeah.
Everything out of kilter when he has to move when he's not expecting to move. Now, Drew Brees can do it very, very well. He can step to the left and then find somebody and throw,
Right,
but not
right.
everybody can do
No,
that.
not everybody can. But what makes it good for a defensive back, Rick, is that if you're in a zone coverage, normally in a man coverage, you're going to stay focused on the receiver. But if you're in a two deep or a zone package or whatever, Rick, you can have three guys looking at the quarterback and finding out just what his movements, is going to be. And you can almost sometimes jump routes that normally you would have to key in on for what the receiver would do. But yesterday, in watching the Saints, I hope it just wasn't the first game, guys.
Well, look, great win. Great win.
Well,
Wait a minute, hold on.
Say,
Fourth and goal.
They played that well.
Fourth and goal at the 3. If you were like me and they showed a shot of Ryan and Peyton, I'm thinking, what do you do?
Yeah.
Do you send heavy or do you
Yeah.
drop more people? And I said, go light. I didn't think he'd go 3. I thought he'd go 4.
Yeah.
I wanted more bodies in the end zone just to do exactly what happened. And they did. And Vaccaro, what was it,
But
two fingers?
They got pressure.
Two fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but without the tip,
Yeah.
the ball's
I
caught.
think you can.
It's a
I
touchdown.
think you're right. I think you're right.
So
Vaccaro,
it was 2-4.
Vaccaro played every play on defense.
Did he really?
That's what you need out of a first rounder.
The Saints
That's
got
what
away
you have
to
to
me.
have.
Every play.
I'm gonna bring up my pet peeve because Sean Payton made a big mistake in that game and got away with it.
What now?
Their last possession,
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
the Saints' last possession.
4th and goal from what? Or 4th and 2 from the 4, I think it was. They should have gone for it.
Oh my God!
Fourth
I
and
thought
2?
you were going to go for the first 4th and 1. I thought it was a good call. Bad
No,
execution.
I don't have a problem with that. I
You
mean,
go for it?
You've
Are you
heard me
nuts?
say this in that when that
This
that-
is the NFL
that 1
game.
minute,
This ain't the
that one
college
minute,
game.
1
I
minute to
don't know.
3 minute mark. I don't know. Maybe somebody could research it. I'm gonna say 1 minute to 3. You might narrow it down a little more. When you're up by 3 and you have a makeable 4th down.
4th and 2 is makeable.
Yes.
You're
With Drew
nuts.
Brees,
You're
I
nuts.
like
No.
your chances.
No.
And you have a chance to put the game
again-
away, either with a touchdown or a first down, and you have that chance to put the game away, you do it.
How did
because
you-
here's what happens. Even if you don't get it, now if you make it, obviously the game's over.
Right.
Right.
If you don't make it, you're still way backed up, and they will play for a field goal. A coach will take the path of least resistance. So they would play for a field
No, I
goal.
know
At
some will
worst,
play for
you're
the
going to
touchdown, too.
overtime.
I know some will play for
At
the touchdown
worst,
and
you're
want to
going
win.
to overtime.
Yeah, at worst.
Whereas if you get 6 points up, all of a sudden, you get exactly what they got away with it. You get
No.
exactly what the Falcons had, an offense with nothing to lose that'll march right down the field.
Again, you're wrong. This
No,
is the
I'm not
NFL. You got points. You
Look.
get the points in a tight game.
No.
Yeah.
You force them.
You do
force
not
them
want
to go.
going
you
from
force
3,
them to,
the risk reward of putting the game away versus going from 3 to 6. Because if you leave it at 3, let's say you don't make it, you leave it at 3,
Yeah.
they will play for a field
What was
goal.
the final score?
And at worst, I know
What
they
was
got
the final
away
score?
with it. I know.
What was the
Yeah.
final score?
Yeah.
No,
It
no,
wasn't-
you're missing
it
my
wasn't
point.
by 3.
The final
It wasn't
score
by
was
3.
what?
23-17.
23-17.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So if they add on
They
the
got away with it.
no,
I'm
they didn't get
admitting
away
that.
with it. They played the odds. He did it right.
No,
he
it
did it
didn't.
right.
No.
He did it right.
I think it is. I think it is a very good risk-reward
Kevin,
gamble to go for.
he's smarter than Sean Payton all of a sudden.
I don't know.
Where's the bell?
On this one, I am.
That's my first time Scooter came out of left field.
All right, we're up against the clock. Great win indeed.
Doubly
so.
I've seen it blow up many times.
Yeah.
Doubly, look, sometimes you got to have faith. Doubly so that the Bucks lose and also the Panthers lose in a tough game to the Seahawks.
How about the way the Bucks lost?
So, we'll get into some of that in our NFL roundup. All right, up against the clock, 2.5 minute break. When we come back, we'll talk the McNeese Cowboys. Big win. LSU's coming up. They're 2-0,
Tigers
guys.
are coming up. They
2-0. As
everybody's
the
2-0.
Tigers are 2-0. Whole lot more when we get into some college football. When we come back here at Lauberge Casino. Stay right here.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
So, Philip, you guys have been here for 3 years. I see the blue tags everywhere. How's it going?
Oh, we've made great progress, Judd. We've got people coming from Westlake to Quincy, Hackberry, Vinton, even coming across the bridge in Lake Charles, Moss Bluff, and Iowa. It's not that far, and we really are having a great time serving them and seeing people respond to us. So come see us at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur.
Legendary parties don't wait for the weekend. So Thursday nights at Lauberge Casino Resort's Liquid Society Pool Concert Series is the place to be. It's a summer of epic headliners, including Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Robert Randolph and the Family Band, X Factor winner Tate Stevens, DJ Pauly D, Eli Young Band, Summerland Tour 2013, featuring Everclear, Live, Filter and Sponge, 311 and more. Tickets start at only $10 and can be purchased at Ticketmaster.com, Legends, or the Lauberge Business Center. For a complete concert lineup, visit mylauberge.com.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jeong?
What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! The pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. Ken!
I'm that guy from that thing! Give me one. Miller one. Man, hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Brett Casio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Casio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60. All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels here at Lauberge Casino. Rocking and rolling with everybody winning this week. The Saints win, the Cowboys win, the Tigers win, and a lot of high school teams won. A few lost, of course. Yeah. We'll get into that later on in the show. Want to tell you about your chance to win some concert tickets for the Cheap Trick Show coming up Friday, September 20th. All right, our website, soundoff60.com.
Yes.
What's the marquee matchup in college football this weekend? Don't tell me it's the LSU and Kent State. Don't tell me.
No, it's Bama and A&M.
Bama and Texas A&M. Two top 10 or what? Maybe top 5 teams?
Top 5.
Are they two top 5s?
Yeah, that's 2 top 5.
We'll call them top 6.
Yeah, that's 2 top 5.
2 top 5 teams. Right. At College Station. Go on our website.
Yeah.
Where you can say, talk to us, bash Kevin and Scooter and all that stuff on our website. Guys. Put on there your game prediction for the Tide and the Aggies. Yes. Tide and the Aggies. Closest, got to pick the winner. Oh, if you pick and the closest score wins. All right, you put it on the website. We'll monitor. And next week, which I won't be here next week, Monday, September 16th. Yes. After the post game of Bama and Texas A&M. So get your predictions in now. Yeah. Don't predict after the game. You're going to win 2 tickets to Cheap Trick. Okay. Yes. Very good. So do that. Soundoff60.com.
What do you like nice tickets too?
That show's coming up Friday.
Nice tickets.
By the way, I won't be here, guys. Okay. So I'll miss post game of one of the marquee matchups in college football.
Vacation early this season?
No. Okay. It's another work trip.
Just checking.
A&M and Tide. It's going to be a big matchup. So you guys will hold down the fort.
Oh, we will. That's definitely going to be a big matchup.
All right. The McNeese Cowboys, second straight week, scoring 50 or more points. Arkansas Pine Bluff. SWAC defending champs. Yes. I thought they would stay with them for maybe
a half. I thought Coach Coleman would have done a much better job.
About a quarter to put this game away.
They struggled a little bit, though, Coach Coleman. But Rick, you were there. You were at the game. And my question to you is, from the first game versus the second game, have you seen an increase in momentum for the Cowboys on offense? And when I say that, I mean, are they going at people or are they just taking what the defense is giving them?
They're going at. They're attacking.
That's what they say.
More. I mean, look at the stats. I mean, literally, Saturday's game was what was 2 yards difference between passing and rushing. South Florida, I think it was like 5 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like dead even between rush and the pass.
By the way, did you notice South Florida played Michigan State pretty tough?
Yeah, what was
week?
that final score? Do you
I
remember?
forget the final, but it was a very
Somebody else
close
mentioned
game.
that to me,
A
Scooter.
lot of that is that quarterback. That quarterback. Look, I'm not taking anything away from the Cowboys' win on the road, but that quarterback, Matt Floyd, he was just awful. Just awful. But anyway, I didn't see your game. I didn't see the Michigan State game, but that had to play into it. To answer your question, Scooter, look, they're kept hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that's got to be
defense. Again, the offensive line, no sacks. Look at the amount of yards they put up against. You know, okay, it's
I mean, we're talking.
It's SWAC, okay, but it's a good team with some talent on the side of the ball.
LSU's version of UAB.
Exactly.
We're talking about the same games.
Exactly.
Here.
You're exactly right on that. And look, special teams came to the fore.
Yeah.
I mean, they averaged like 38 yards a kickoff and punt return, so they got great field position. It was just all
how
around
many different receivers are here? And Scooter and I are going to talk about the LSU game too, because I think that was important as to how he distributed the ball. About it's McNeese. Is Cody doing pretty much the same thing?
Yeah, he's trying to spread it around. I mean, about the one guy who didn't get, I don't think if he had a reception, was Wes Briscoe, which is very unusual. Ernest Celestia had a great game. The former Bar Buck had a great game. The tight end dropped a couple, dropped a short touchdown.
Yeah,
he dropped,
really?
But again, he made some plays, but he did drop a short touchdown. But look, you know, over the course of things with his blocking and his ability, look, this
plays a big part.
I think it's different than last year. I really do. Even though the Cowboys started off.
Well, it's obviously different.
Well, I mean,
so.
look,
I mean, look at the score.
Look, they beat Middle Tennessee. Not as bad as they beat South Florida, and then they come back and they beat. I can't remember. They start off 2-0, but and now you know last
what
year
I'm
it was
looking
Weber
at
State.
though, and you know, who right now? And I know it's only 2 games.
Yeah.
Who in the Southland Conference has looked better than McNeese through 2 games?
I mean, that's tough to say. I mean, everybody's playing. You know, Sam Houston State has to play A&M.
I mean, the crazy thing with McNeese is their schedule is here, and it's been here.
That's right.
You know, let's see what are they going to do against a team here.
That's right.
You know,
and you know, we're going to find out. You're going to find out. West Alabama, Division II. Look, it's going to be another 50-something. You know, it's going to be another blowout game.
It is.
And then it starts for real.
It's
Weber State, Northern Iowa on the road, and then you start getting into and then Sam Houston. So Sam Houston, look, ain't no two ways about it. Bearcats are the class of the conference. When you're a 2-time defending champ and you've got Flanders and you still got their quarterback,
but every year's a new year.
You know,
I'm excited to see though, Rick, just how it turns out though.
Hitting on all cylinders, guys.
That's got to be great for the McNeese.
You know, hitting on all cylinders.
Organization at this point, early in the season though, but just to say they're having this much success. You know, sometimes when you play this good in the beginning of the year, Rick, sometimes you can not fool yourself, but get a mindset of, we're pretty darn good.
You know,
and anybody come along might end up getting that too.
Here's another.
That mindset.
I know you like to do this, but here's another, I think, connection, analogy with LSU. You've got Mettenberger back there doing a lot what he's doing, and again, you've got a more mature. Mettenberger's a senior.
Yeah.
Stroud's a senior. They're kind of parallel a little bit.
Yeah.
Stroud is very comfortable. Making good decisions, making good throws. Maybe he doesn't have the arm like Mettenberger.
Right.
But he is making the throw. So you have a more confident, comfortable quarterback.
And I can tell you too, Rick, what I think may have been, I don't know for sure, but on offense for the Cowboys, with Cody understanding that there's a lot of games when it may get a little bit tight, the pressure of him having to come up big may not affect him as much to know some of the weapons he's got now with the tight end.
Oh, well,
if it's 3rd and 17 or under, you know you've got somebody you can go to.
That's exactly.
Well, that's a weapon.
Yeah, and he's got good hands. Okay, he had a couple of drops.
He does have good hands.
You know,
so on average, he's going to catch it.
He's going to be, like we talked about in a couple of weeks ago, he is going to be one of those factors.
I tell you,
with that offensive line.
I'll tell you something else.
That
very
offensive
encouraging.
line. Go ahead.
Big crowd there Saturday
Yes,
night.
it was. Over 15,000.
And let's face it, it was a game, you know, that everybody figured McNeese would win. So
season
it wasn't that.
But season opener,
I mean, you had that many people, and I think that's, you know, attributable to that South Florida game.
What you thought the attendance was, Rick?
I think it was about 15. No, it wasn't fudged. Good. It was a solid crowd.
I mean, that's very encouraging.
LSU UAB helped. Come on, let's be honest. LSU UAB helped. It wasn't a marquee matchup.
Scooter can tell you, Tiger Stadium was packed.
It's going to be packed every week.
I mean, it wasn't packed second half.
No, it was over, Scooter.
Yeah.
The game was over.
You're right, that's a good point. And
I don't know if I would call Tiger Stadium packed either.
When I looked around, it was, I didn't see many open seats, Scooter.
Well, there were lots of open seats. It wasn't anywhere near packed.
Well,
up against the clock,
first
guys.
game,
All right,
it was
they're
pretty
already
close
into
to
it.
being
You see, I
packed.
tried purple and gold. We're talking LSU in about 2.5
couldn't
minutes.
wait. Let's get to it.
Big
He
win
brought it
over
up.
UAB. We'll do that and more. Stay right here. We're coming right back to Jack.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford, Douglas Parkway in Sulphur.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trisa Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatment you deserve. We are Dr. Trisa Guidry.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge Casino. We've covered the Saints, we've covered the Cowboys. Now let's move to the Bayou Bengals of LSU. Big
Purple and
win.
gold.
What was it, like 108 to 14, something like that?
Just about,
Still scoring.
Yeah, just about.
Mettenberger and Oldell. When are we going to hear about the defense? I'm hearing a lot about Mettenberger. I'm hearing a lot about Beckham.
But the one thing I've got to comment on, and being there, you would have had to seen it. Scooter and I probably saw it because we were at the game. But the field goal, that was the attempt.
No.
The team was actually leaving the field.
I don't know if they were leaving the field.
They were leaving the field,
they weren't in pursuit.
That was crazy.
Oh, it was not that short. I mean,
no.
Officially, it goes as a 100-yard return, but he caught it 9 yards deep.
He caught it 9 yards deep. Yes, he did.
I mean,
yes, he did.
And he reached up like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it, like a 57-yard attempt?
59.
59.
Wow.
I mean, it was pretty short because, I mean, you know, I can't tell whether, you know, from the press box, I can't tell whether they're accurate. But
he was within 4 or 5 yards in there.
Yeah, but you could tell he wasn't going to make it.
Okay.
No, he wasn't going to make it. It's
good effort, though.
But I mean, he was 9 yards deep. But remember that post is 10 feet up.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's catching
he caught
it
at the highest
here.
point.
I mean, it wasn't. There was never a threat to get there.
The Blazers were walking off the field.
They were. Scooter, yes, they were. Scooter, yes, they were. Scooter.
They don't know the rules.
But they weren't in pursuit. Well, that is crazy, though. I mean, I've never seen it.
It is.
And
he took
LSU has only found so far 3 other instances of it happening in college football. And the most recent was 1916.
You got to know the ball is live.
You had to have seen a missed field goal return.
Yeah.
You just haven't seen it returned all the way for a touchdown?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen one. I'm not talking about a block field goal.
I know.
No, it wasn't a block.
No, I don't remember ever seeing
Rick, you know what the thing was that I think threw them off was that the distance of it, thinking, well, if you miss it, it's over, it's done with everything. But, I mean, me and Jamie was looking, and when he caught it, they was kind of going, and the coaches said, get Odell was at the 50 probably.
Before anybody knew it. All right.
It was crazy, man.
It
was crazy. It was crazy. It was. It was funny but crazy.
The UAB coach pointed out it's a field goal. We got like 8 offensive linemen out there. You know?
Yeah. What are you going to do? All right, Zach Mettenberger. I don't know. What was it?
I had to get that out.
16 of 19.
16 of 19.
350 something.
Say what?
250. 290 something.
All right, look. All right, what do you see?
It's simple.
What do you see?
I'm just seeing
Is this a facade or is this real?
Scooter's got something different, but this is what I see. Cam Cameron. That's all I see.
I don't know how else to explain it because, I mean, you know, I keep hearing, yeah, Mettenberger came on toward the end of last year. Well, no question, he had his best game against Alabama, and not bad. But he also stunk up that bowl game.
That bowl game, yes, he did.
He did not play well in that bowl game, and this is night and day. I mean, you can tell me whatever numbers are there. I don't care. I'm just telling you about you know me. I like that naked eye. And he is a totally different guy back there. He is totally in control, confident. He's standing in there, in pocket presence, knows when to get rid of it. And I know it's UAB. Right?
Yeah, it is. But
it's UAB, and you know their secondary is shooting fish in a barrel right now. Because the same thing happened to him the week before. But I don't know what else he could have done. Yeah, he got some guys pretty wide open. As opposed to that TCU game where there was some coverage there.
TCU had pretty good coverage.
But he still was hitting people on.
It's Rick. When I look at it, Rick, from a defensive standpoint, the one thing that's probably going to make me say, "Wow, what a different guy." Scooter mentioned it, his pocket presence. I mean, he's not rattled. There were some games on last year where he was rattled. I mean, he was just throwing just to get it out of his hand, keep getting hit. But he's staying, finding his people, and I mean, he's hitting them. And the thing that impressed me, some of the drops that they had on Saturday, they were catchable balls. That's even more so impressive. So when you say, looking at it, I know when you face the Bamas and the other teams in the SEC, you're looking at something different. The pass rush is going to be a lot quicker, going to be a lot faster. But if he's grooming himself right now to understand how that offense is going to operate with him at the helm, it's going to make him a much better quarterback. And I think Cam Cameron has given this kid enough tools to say, you know what, Mick, you doesn't have to be a superstar. We just want you to just facilitate.
So far, he has been a superstar.
That's right. No, he has been.
But let me ask you, as a player, and this is kind of just hit me. My take is the Cameron effect. All right, part of this, to me, why Mettenberger looks so much more in control and confident, their offense as a whole looks to have a point to it, rather than throwing mud on the wall and seeing what sticks.
No, but you're right, Scooter.
Which is kind of the way it's been the last couple years.
Seeing what
there
works.
seems to be a method to what they're doing and point to it. I don't want to make too much of it.
I can tell you.
Based on UAB.
I can tell you what, Scooter, this is what it is. Last year, Scooter, we knew LSU was going to probably throw, if it was 3rd and 17, 3rd and 9. We knew that everybody in the country
I don't know that
throw.
we knew what they were going to do, because I don't know if they knew what they were wanted to do.
Now?
I don't think they ever figured out what they wanted to do.
When it's like 2nd and 6, Rick, they're throwing the ball. Deep comebacks. And you would think last year, Rick, that would have been a running play to Hill.
Jump ahead. Jump ahead, Georgia. He will be rattled by Georgia.
No, the speed of the game is going to change.
He will
Rick.
be knocked around.
Know that.
Can he handle it?
But, I mean,
are you seeing something, evidence that he will be able to
I would worry more about LSU's defense against Georgia than I would their offense. I think they can move
Rick,
on Georgia. What may be a little misleading is how well LSU's defense has played. And they didn't really, to my way of thinking, didn't play particularly great Saturday. Mainly for the missed tackles.
They had a lot of missed tackles.
Okay, well,
and that's what resulted in a lot of touchdowns.
I'm not fast forwarding so much to Georgia.
This about their
you got this kid Gurley over there in Athens,
talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. In the country.
That's what I'm talking about. But even with LSU's defense right now, it's not for lack of athletes. The inexperience is there a little bit.
It's showing.
And they have another game warm up.
But I think in time that's going to help.
Before then they go Auburn, Georgia.
Right.
But yeah, it's not for lack. I mean, their athletes are fine. They just are a little inexperienced.
What I'm even more excited about when it comes to the LSU offense is to know that you've got a guy, Cam Cameron. He's going to be able to make those adjustments based on the type of athlete he's got in Zach as a quarterback. For this kid to be successful, Rick, it's a win-win situation. There are going to be few times when you see Zach make bonehead mistakes like he made last year, because I think that he's got the understanding of what Cam has put in front of him to say, look, this is going to work, son. And this is what we've got. You've got the same weapons. And, gee, I mean, you can't help but, Rick, you can't help but
Cam Cameron.
It's got to be him.
Les Miles.
I mean, it's got to be
him. mention the head coach.
Well, look, I'll tell you what.
Well, I'll say this, and it doesn't really surprise me because Les has never been a big ego guy. Les Miles is saying the same thing we are.
That's good.
He's giving the credit to Cam Cameron.
Well, it's a good friends. They go way back. That's good.
But you can see the difference.
Look, all right, so look.
In the offense from last year.
You know, they're walking down the primrose path, all right? TCU notwithstanding, all right. UAB, Kent State, and a little bit even with Auburn, but then it starts for real with Georgia. We'll see.
Honestly, though, when you look at that, and as a defensive back, some of the throws that he's making, even if he makes those against good teams, they're going to be completions.
Well,
they're going to be completions.
I was impressed what I saw with TCU. Yes, I was impressed with the accuracy and the arm strength. And I always thought the guy could throw the foot. Talking about in the college game, big boy football, Florida loses. I don't know if there's a crack in
I don't know.
In the Gators' armor, and not that it's in the SEC, but Texas blown out by BYU. And look,
no,
BYU,
something happened.
Look, BYU is a good quality.
Come on, West. BYU is okay. Don't get.
They're quality. But is this the falling effect of the big boys in college football?
I mean, how do you rush for 550 yards?
I mean,
the old Oklahoma teams of the wishbone era. I mean, to me, 550 yards rushing, Texas?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's not enough. 60 minutes isn't enough time to rush for 550. You can throw for 550. But 60 minutes isn't enough time to rush for 550 yards.
Mac Brown's an icon in a certain way in college football, but I'll tell you, if they continues down this path, he's going to be under pressure.
But he's fired his defense. I mean, is that a sign
I think
of
it's
panic?
already there.
This is he fired his defensive coordinator?
I mean, how? With those athletes, can a team give up 550?
That's crazy.
BYU.
I mean, doesn't that suggest
BYU?
That's not the answer. Okay.
You never give those questions.
That's more than talent, though. That there's something going on in that. There's something got to be going on in that locker room.
When you go in at halftime, it's like, hey, these boys at 250.
Yeah. Any shock that
they're at 250 right now? Okay.
I thought South Carolina. Look, I thought South Carolina and Stanford. Two of my Stanford's very, very good. Dark horses.
Yeah,
South Carolina loses. South Carolina loses. Georgia comes back, bounces back, and wins. So again, we're seeing, I think, in the SEC, and of course this week will tell all.
It will tell all. While we're on the national college scene, did anybody notice my picks column, my upset pick for last week?
Notice he's touting the picks column up. Last year you didn't want to talk about anything.
Didn't even bring it up,
He gets a couple of upsets, and now he wants to talk.
You can't go wrong picking against Lane Kiffin. That's all.
I hate Lane Kiffin. What was it?
I picked Washington State to beat Southern Cal.
What's the mascot of Washington State?
Oh, my goodness.
Cougar?
Cougars. And what's the mascot of BYU? The Cougars.
The Cougar.
We'll leave it there. We'll be back in about 2 minutes when we come back. No, it's the Cougars.
We are worldwide, 365 and 24/7 at soundoff60.com. Soundoff 60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Back after this break.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Brent Casio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Casio is the official sports medicine physician of Soundoff 60.
So, Philip, you guys have been here for 3 years. I see the blue tags everywhere. How's it going?
Oh, we've made great progress, Judd. We've got people coming from Westlake, DeQuincy, Hackberry, Vinton, even coming across the bridge in Lake Charles, Moss Bluff, and Ioway. It's not that far, and we really are having a great time serving them and seeing people respond to us. So come see us at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. Nice joke. King.
I'm that guy from that thing. Give me one. Miller one. Man, hey, wait.
It's not just a good time. It's Miller time.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. Don't forget, go on our website, soundoff60.com, give us your Alabama-Texas A&M prediction on the website. You got to do it before Saturday's game.
Right.
It's Saturday night, College Station, marquee matchup, college football. You got to pick the winner.
Yeah.
The closest prediction to the final score is going to win 2 tickets to Cheap Trick. The big show is coming up Friday,
2 good
September
tickets.
20th.
2 really nice tickets.
So we have a little fun.
Yeah.
Soundoff60.com, have a little fun. You can throw in there some other stuff about Alabama and Texas A&M.
And we will announce the winner
another
also.
big show coming up, Bare Naked Ladies coming up October 20th.
Who?
Also, Bare Naked Ladies.
That's what they
here
call
at
them.
The
Yes.
Special Event Center. Big shows as usual.
You
at
said the
Lauberge
magic
Casino.
word.
All right, let's talk some high school football, guys. Matchups from over the week. Look, high school football, I don't think there's any real shot, but bar going to Washington Marion and winning at the margin they did, that does kind of surprise me.
And you know what?
But when you've got a combination like Fontenot and Quinn, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough to defend.
You know,
and he's not the only
I
one.
actually went to the game, and I was really thinking that Freddie and them. But you know what? It just got right at the first quarter. The game was pretty tight. I mean, 7-6. I mean, it was a pretty good game. But it seemed like Freddie and them just started to wear down on some of the things Bob was doing to them that was being able to be more disciplined.
Right.
And that's been a factor, I think, with Freddie and them, is that kids want to try to play within themselves instead of try to play as a team. And you have to, and with Bob, Coach Contreras is going to keep it simple. Everybody do it. Everybody needs to do it, and we're going to win.
One of the things Contreras mentioned, last year's magical
Don't get outside
year,
of what we do best.
they were young on the defensive line and offensive line to a certain degree.
Well,
Remember, he was here.
Defense.
Yeah.
A little bit. Well, a bend don't break. They bended a lot. They had to outscore a lot of people.
Yeah.
But this year, if you recall, he was saying, look, I got a little bit more experience. I got a little bit more depth in the trenches. So that's going to prove tougher for lower class schools,
But I'll
the
tell you
smaller
now,
schools like a
one of the
Washington
things that I saw that's a weakness for Bob, having a problem controlling the deep ball. That's where Washington Marion scored. What's on the deep passes? I mean, they got outran. I mean, Washington Marion, they've got speed. But I think when it came down with running and the fumbles, it just took a toll on it, Rick.
Well, here's the update. I jotted down some of the numbers that the American Press reported. Trey Quinn, all right, 9 receptions, 139 yards.
Yeah.
He had a 92-yard kickoff for a touchdown. He needs 1,130 yards to break the state receiving record all time. And he needs about 1,756 for the national record. Now, very doubtful he's going to get the national record.
Yeah.
But I think
the
this
state
1130,
big playoff run.
The state record is,
that's true.
Remember, it should be more than 10 games.
That's true.
But see, the thing is,
he's got 140.
This is what you got to look at, guys. And like I said,
that's true.
When you play to the level of competition that you've got, people are going to be able to take him away some games. And West Monroe did that on last year. Basically, without the touchdown catch from him, he didn't have very many catches, honestly. So that's going to be a factor now. It depends on how they. Now, there's another kid.
He can't do it all, Kevin.
You can't.
Well, no,
I mean,
you don't
he
want
can't
him to.
do it
You don't
all.
want him to.
Right.
You want a diverse
Oh, and I understand
option.
it. But what I'm saying, though, Trey Quinn being the threat that he is to a lot of teams, I'm pretty sure Coach Contreras is going to take advantage of it.
Your memory might be as better than mine, but I
is.
don't know if West Monroe stopped him as much as Rummel controlled him.
Okay.
West Monroe didn't, for sure.
No, well, he said West Monroe. He had his catches and he had his impact against West Monroe. The Rummel game, maybe not.
He didn't have the distance. When you see Trey Quinn catch a slant, there's a chance he may take it to the house. Some teams can defend against that and take that away.
Okay. All right. St. Thomas More, Wainwright in his coaching debut at Sulphur, 10-6, 10-7. St. Thomas More, though, St. Thomas More, 4A.
Yeah.
4A/5A.
But,
you know what I'm saying? That's a quality 4A program.
One of those select schools.
Hey, I'm just saying
that's another one, too.
quality.
I also went to the Broncos game and the Saints game, which was
38-21 was the final. You made the rounds, didn't you?
I did.
38-21, the Saints lose, but look.
I thought you said you went to bar at Washington Marion.
I did, but it was over at half. Hey, look, I'm just being honest, guys. But look, let me tell you the fun part about.
Is he running for election?
No,
this year?
I just
comment.
make my game. But look, Scooter probably knows about this too. But that was a little bit of a disturbance in the Bronco and Saints game, which you guys probably know about.
No, I
There was
didn't
some
know about
ejections.
that.
There was some ejections.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not good.
Oh yeah,
feisty.
there was some ejections. Yes, there were. I had
Interesting.
never seen one done before, but let me just say this: it was kind of hilarious. The police come and get you, and escort you out. Yeah.
Wait a minute, you talking fans or players?
No, players and coaches. It was a coach and a player got escorted out.
For what team?
Broncos.
Really? I didn't.
Well, I didn't think they would escort a player.
I didn't either,
thought a
Scooter.
player would stay on the sideline.
I didn't either,
because
Scooter.
they got to have somebody to supervise.
They didn't. They didn't.
Maybe they had
A uniformed officer took a coach and a player out of the stadium.
If anybody went to the game, comment on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that. All right. Some marquee matchups this week. Lagrange at Barb, interesting. Holy Cross at Sulphur, and Washington Marion at Sam Houston.
Yeah.
Freddie Harrison's got that tough. He's got that. He's running that gauntlet.
Those 4 games he's got.
He's running that gauntlet. St. Louis is going to be at Abbeville. All right. This is our weekly Johnny Manziel segment.
Oh.
I read that CBS for the big matchup. We talked about it earlier. Alabama, Texas A&M is going to have a camera isolated on Johnny Manziel the entire time.
You know why, right?
He better not pick his nose.
You do know why.
He better not be taking out bills and paying for a hot dog or something. I mean, where he...
Mark my word. He's aware of it. He's been spoken to about it.
You would hope so.
Oh, like that's going to teach... When has he ever learned?
We would hope, Scooter.
How many times has he been...
Scooter, we would hope, Scooter.
I don't know. The segment we got to go. I do want to talk more about this.
No,
let's do that. Let's do that. You know, I'll tease it. No, we're going to go to break.
Okay.
I'll tease this. Last week, I'm still surprised by the fervor by which I'm listening to some national media sports pundits and how there are... The Johnny Manziel thing is overblown. He's being picked on. Why is everybody on him?
It happened.
Who said that? I haven't heard anybody
ESPN,
say that.
not the Feinbaum.
But Rick, it happened.
But some of the ESPN guys.
Everybody that was watching the game last
I know.
week,
I'm with
happened.
you.
Okay,
I'm with you.
Let's go to break because I want to talk a little more.
I want to talk about
We're
it
up
too.
against the break. We'll come back with Johnny Manziel around the NFL as well when we come right back here to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. Stay right here.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort, home of Sound Off 60, and Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
So, Philip, you guys have been here for 3 years. I see the blue tags everywhere. How's it going?
Oh, we've made great progress, Judd. We've got people coming from Westlake, DeQuincy, Hackberry, Vinton, even coming across the bridge in Lake Charles, Moss Bluff, and Iowa. It's not that far, and we really are having a great time serving them and seeing people respond to us. So come see us at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels here at Lauberge. Don't forget, go on www.soundoff090813web.
Yes, get those tickets.
Get your predictions this week for Texas A&M, Alabama. Pick the winner, closest to the score, have a chance to win. Concert tickets, a cheap trick, September 20th.
Can you imagine what this game will do early on for the rest of the year? Can you imagine?
It's huge.
How big an impact it's going to have on the rest of the year?
Teams, the bigger question to me, you know, A&M has, what is it, like 3 or 4 defensive starters that haven't played yet.
Right.
They will play this week.
Of course.
And good knows they need them.
They do.
Yes.
Even if, I mean, Alabama's offense struggled against Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
But A&M's defense better be a whole lot better. Let me give my point, and you can jump in. All right.
And you're going to make a good one too. I can tell.
I'm as guilty as anybody. I've kind of been buying in all summer that, you know, the best A&M can hope for is that Alabama doesn't break Johnny football in half.
Right.
And I don't know if I'm totally backing off. I don't know if I'm totally backing off of that though. But don't assume that just yet. I know Nick Saban he spent all summer working on this game plan, the whole works.
Yeah, it had to stick
with
in his craw.
everything else that happened, the Manziel circus. Once they tee it up, he's still, you know, he may be Johnny Sharpie and Johnny Signature and Johnny. You turn the lights on, he's still Johnny Football. He can play now.
Yeah. No,
he can play.
No, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that. He's a great college quarterback.
His play on the field doesn't seem to be effective.
No.
And he hadn't played a good defense. I know that.
Well, let me say.
Lay it out. No, lay it. I want to hear it right now. Who wins?
Bama wins this, and I'm going to tell you why.
They're going to win.
I'm going to tell you why.
All right.
It's because of a guy that's called Nick Saban. Let me tell you a little bit more why. Nick Saban is the master of what he does when he can take something away from a person that does it well. Everybody knows Johnny's an accurate passer. He's a good runner. This is the key, Rick. Everybody knows the second thing that he's going to do if the pass is not there, he's going to run. He's not looking for no other way out. That's going to be his downfall. Nick Saban will take advantage of it. I'm telling you.
Okay.
And you know what he's
Why
going to do?
couldn't he stop it last year? Why couldn't Saban stop it
You
last
might well
year?
be
We didn't
right.
have any film on him. Johnny came out of nowhere.
Oh, that was late in the year now. They had
Yeah,
lots
but
of
still,
film.
we didn't know what he was capable of doing, Scoot.
They had
honestly.
lots
They
of
did.
film.
I disagree with that.
Well, to this point
Manziel
now,
just-
as knowing what he can do,
He
we
played.
know a lot better now what his tendencies are. I mean, last year was just kind of a big surprise for a lot of us. We didn't know who the kid was before he came
By
out.
the time
We
they
didn't know
played
who he was.
Alabama, everybody knew who he was.
He was a surprise, but by that time, everybody knew what the guy can do.
Maybe so, Rick. Maybe so. But looking at it like this, Rick, Nick Saban will give everybody else that's got to play Texas A&M the blueprint to how to stop this kid. I'm telling you.
All right.
Well,
I'm not going to totally argue with
the
that.
whole off week.
I'm just saying.
Nick Saban knows his stuff, man.
You know, I'll have to pick this game later in the week.
I'm telling you now, Bama's going to win it.
I'm not as fearful for Manziel's health, I guess.
They will punish him.
Would have been.
They will punish
him. I am
him.
coming around a bit. You know, don't just assume Alabama. Alabama has some offensive issues. I think the bigger question is how A&M's defense holds up against Alabama's offense.
You're right.
And then
You're right.
if A&M's defense can hold up at all against a rebuilt Alabama offensive line, then I think it could be a game. I'm more skeptical of that than I am.
A.J. McCarron, where's the bell? A.J. McCarron has 2 national titles. He's still the best all-around quarterback in the SEC.
Well, why am I picking Bama? Is it a surprise?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not surprised. But then T.J. Yeldon, and again, Alabama's defense.
Alabama's got weapons,
look,
man. I'm sorry.
I guess I learned my lesson. All right, it took a while. Alabama, Notre Dame. I'm not going against Alabama.
I told you that in the beginning.
I know you did.
I told you in the beginning.
I know
Rick.
you did. But, you know, Alabama, this is, you know Saban. This had to stick in his craw.
Oh,
Had to stick in his
Rick,
craw.
the thing is, Rick, even though they won the national championship, that was the one team that beat them.
But I mean, Alabama's offensive line looks so bad against Virginia Tech. My guess is, I mean, you know, Alabama had an open date last week. My guess is, I mean, I don't think he wanted to play A&M last week, but I bet you Saban would have liked to have played a UAB or somebody. Well, Alabama won't play UAB.
Right.
But, you know, Alabama would have preferred to get another game.
I go with you on that. Yeah. Look, Johnny Manziel, he's a great talent. He's got his head kind of screwed on wrong right now.
He can still play.
I think he can still play. And they've got weapons. Look, they've got some weapons around Johnny Manziel, but you're right.
They got to
hit it on the
head.
A&M's defense. What I saw early on with Rice. Now, you know,
they got to get some guys back, but they hadn't played.
I know.
You know?
And now they got this ultimate.
I didn't realize in just watching the game that A&M tight end. Do y'all know that kid's started as a first-round draft pick? I didn't even know that.
Look,
he's that good. I didn't even know that.
There's talent outside of Baton Rouge,
but hey, wait a minute now, you.
There's good players outside of Baton Rouge.
I'm just saying. The focus was so much on Johnny.
I know. Well, look, all right.
He's got other players that are first
around the
picks
NFL,
too.
guys.
I'm surprised they use a tight end.
Outside,
he's a good one.
Outside of the Saints and Falcons, by the way, the Saints go to Tampa Bay, 112 yards in penalties, 13 flags, whatever.
And the one at the end.
So they go on the one at the end. They go on the road with Tampa Bay. But let's get on this marquee matchup with the 49ers and Packers. What a game that was.
That was.
Clay Matthews with the late hit on Kaepernick. Okay, physical play. They were going at each other.
But you got to.
How can the refs blow that call? How can the refs get the rule book wrong?
They got it wrong, Rick.
And they give them the down, they give them the play, and they score a touchdown. Green Bay loses by what? 3? They lose by 3.
It should have went 4. It should have went 4. They gave him 3rd, right? I think that's the problem. It should have been 4. They gave him 3rd.
Yeah, because it was a dead ball foul.
How does that happen?
What I heard, it wasn't explained, but I heard on the radio driving back from Baton Rouge today, Was the NFL has, whoever the head ref was, has downgraded him. What does that mean?
What do you mean downgraded?
That's all they said.
Downgraded who?
He's
The referee?
downgraded the referee.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean?
I don't know. Put him as a line judge.
You
now.
still refereeing,
that
but you
means
still refereeing.
He got no shot of calling a playoff game
I don't
this
know.
year, I
Probably
guess.
Probably not.
Was it not Green Bay? Didn't the call go against Green Bay last year with the replacement ref?
Yes.
Early in the year.
Bring back the replacement officials.
Yes.
I just thought of that. They had that lousy
Rick.
call in the end zone.
But, hey, let's look at it there. Can you
That's
imagine
incredible.
the furor
I just thought of that.
if that had happened with the replacement refs?
Oh my gosh. Oh my! It was a great game. Great game.
I'm surprised. You know, the NFL has a guy in the box helping with
exactly.
I'm surprised somebody didn't buzz
Get on
him.
the phone. That's fourth down. They got to kick a field goal.
Yeah,
Peyton
man.
Manning. Peyton Manning, 7 touchdowns. Peyton
He
Manning.
blew the Ravens up.
Shout out to my
Blow
daughter.
the Ravens up.
Shout out to
Super
my
Bowl
daughter
champs.
who's playing
Super
in
Bowl
her
champs.
for the
What?
first time. My daughter's playing a fantasy football
Who
league.
she got?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
And
my goodness.
he throws 7 touchdown passes.
Can you believe that?
Great weekend, great opening weekend in the NFL. Great. All right, it's time to stump the wise guys. The beauties of Lauberge are coming up next. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. We want you to join us. Stay right here.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
So, Philip, you guys have been here for 3 years. I see the blue tags everywhere. How's it going?
Oh, we've made great progress, Judd. We've got people coming from Westlake, DeQuincy, Hackberry, Vinton, even coming across the bridge in Lake Charles, Moss Bluff, and Iowa. It's not that far, and we really are having a great time serving them and seeing people respond to us. So come see us at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Brent Casio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Casio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60.
Wow. You see what I see?
You know I see it. I seen it before you did it.
You come on, man. You know I saw that before you even said anything.
Say what?
Tell me what you see.
You already know what I'm seeing.
So you see what I'm saying, right?
I saw it. I'm seeing it right now. I'm looking right at it.
Right there.
Yeah.
The new bottle? What's there to say?
The new Miller Lite bottle. Find one at a bar near you.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels. Time to attempt to stump the wise guys. Krista is back along with long ago. Hadn't seen her in a while. Caleb, new haircut too.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Looks good.
All right.
2 of our favorites.
No pinching, no hugging, right?
No,
Kevin?
no, I'm
pinching,
good.
no hugging. Watching.
Oh, I will.
All right, no bell, so we're just gonna have to wave at y'all. All right,
Yeah.
we got no
All
bell
right.
tonight.
We're
All right,
ready
what
to
we
go.
got? Who's up?
Here we go.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Famous sports movie lines for 500. Time to test your wits on sports movies' most famous quotes.
Oh.
What movie did this
fun.
line come from? And you get extra credit for naming the actor who said it. The line is, Billy, listen to me. White men can't jump.
Oh, I know that.
The name of the movie's got to be White Men
Can't Jump. Gotta be Wesley Snipes. Gotta be.
Wesley Snipes.
Yes,
You're right.
yes. Boom. That was pretty
Booyah,
easy.
you know your movie.
That was
All right,
pretty
this is
easy.
going to
That
be fun. All right, who's
That
up?
was pretty easy.
Next famous line. Name the movie and yes, extra points for the actor's name.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah.
She is good.
There's no crying in baseball.
Oh, Scooter, you gotta know that.
Yeah, League of Their Own.
Yeah.
and Tom Hanks.
Great line.
Very good.
Great
movie,
line.
too.
That's just the way he said it, too.
No.
All right.
All right.
Y'all won't get this. Just saying. I don't have faith. I don't have faith.
All right.
Okay, what movie did this quote come from, and high marks for naming the actor who said it? You're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder.
Oh, that's easy.
Man, you're gonna eat.
That's easy. Come on. I challenge you.
Wait a minute.
You're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder.
What?
Rocky 2.
Rocky 2.
I do not watch the Rocky.
Oh, they're
I
classics.
missed that, man.
Burgess Meredith. Burgess Meredith played the trainer.
Yeah.
Remember that line? He's chasing the chicken. About to fight Apollo Creed.
I'm not a Rocky fan.
I didn't get that.
I did watch it.
Was that with Apollo? Was that with Apollo?
Yeah.
How did I
When a
miss
Rocky
that?
movie comes on, don't tell me you don't
No,
watch
I watch.
it.
I love Rocky.
You've got to be
I
kidding.
promise you, I don't.
I love Rocky.
All right, we are unstumped.
Yes, I love Rocky.
Here we go.
Y'all are
Number
over it?
4.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
just saying. Okay, famous sports movie line number 4. If you build it, they will come.
Oh, that's the baseball movie.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah. Tom.
The worst baseball movie ever made.
Who was you're nuts. It was a great baseball movie. Who said it?
Oh.
The guy who played Billy
Kevin Costner?
No.
Kevin Costner.
No, the guy who played the ghost.
No.
Who was the ghost, the main guy?
He died.
No, that's not no.
Wait a minute.
Liotta, actor.
Leota.
Oh, was it?
Ray.
Yeah, but where do you?
Ray
yeah.
Liotta.
Yeah.
Ray something. He played.
Very good.
He played
Yeah.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Shoeless Joe Jackson. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I've always said baseball movies.
I knew
That
was a great baseball
You're either a Field of Dreams.
You're
You're either a Field of Dreams guy
You got
or
no
you're a
heart.
Bull Durham
You got
guy.
no heart.
I'm a Bull Durham
Okay.
guy.
You got no. Bull Durham's a great movie. You got no heart.
Bonus.
All right, last
Bonus.
one.
All
Bonus.
right, bonus.
Oh, there's another one.
The easiest one.
Bonus. Oh, don't say that.
It really is. I know this
Golly, she
one.
knows
That means a
God.
lot.
God.
All right, it says, "Show me the money."
Oh, that's my boy, man. That's Cuba Gooding Jr. and Tom Cruise.
What's the name of it, though?
That's
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Sports
Show me the
agent.
money.
Best sports agent ever.
Did we not? We didn't miss any, did we?
No.
We got them all right?
No,
we
we
are
didn't.
unstumped.
Congratulations.
Y'all did great.
We're
You are
unstumped.
tough.
Thank y'all.
You
Appreciate
are
it.
You thought we weren't going to get them all.
Yeah, really. Thank y'all, Kristen.
We'd love to have both of you back
I
again.
like that.
Thank you.
I like
Great
it.
job,
Good to
ladies.
have you back.
Field,
Yeah.
yes, good to have. Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Great baseball
Look,
movie. Come
the movie.
on. All right.
Look, in watching that, Rick, and when you talk about Cuba Gooding Jr., the funniest part that he told Jerry Maguire, he said,
Great movie.
Jerry, I gotta eat.
Didn't he not win an Oscar for that?
He did,
Cuba
he did,
Gooding
he did,
won
he
a
did.
Best
Yeah.
Supporting Actor for that.
He kind of
Great
lost
in
his
that movie.
career, didn't it?
No,
He was already there.
Great
Okay.
movie. All right,
I said
local
launched
golf.
his
Oh yeah, he
career.
did. No,
Yeah.
that did, Scooter.
Local
That did.
golf thing. Nathan
did.
Allen wins the Westlake City Championship.
Yeah.
Wins a trifecta. Wins Westlake, Lake Charles,
What?
and the
Look at his
Sulphur.
That's Scooter's
and
guy.
he's going to turn pro for the Adams Tour event coming up early October at Great Plantation.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, and I've never met him.
I have not
seen
met him.
play.
I have not met
I mean,
him.
he wins
him
Lake
on?
Charles by
I've heard
5.
he is a super nice guy. He
We need to have him
hadn't
on
been
then.
in town long, but I've heard he is a super nice guy.
He wins by 5 at Lake Charles City Championship, like 15 in Sulphur, and like 6 or 7 at Westlake. He's tearing it
We
up.
gotta have him on. Then.
That's
We
we
definitely
don't
have
have
him
any golfers around here.
I
too.
mean, my gosh, he's
We
turning
definitely gotta
pro
have him
for the and you know, look, you play these Adams, you can win some money. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not gonna retire.
Yeah.
But I think you can advance, huh? I mean, is he an older guy?
Yeah.
Is he late 20s maybe?
No, I think like early to mid 30s, something like that.
Well, he's not going to
Still
try
good
for the
golf
Q
age.
school though.
Yeah.
But you know, he's going to
There
make a
is
little
no
money.
Q school,
Congratulations,
yeah.
great win. All right.
Yeah, great win for him.
LSU at home against Kent State.
Yeah.
The Cowboys
Nick
are going to host
Saban's,
West
Nick
Alabama.
Saban's alma mater.
That's right.
Yeah.
It is. That is. And the Cowboys are going to host West Alabama, 7 o'clock kickoff against Division II West Alabama, and the Saints on the road against the Tampa Bay Bucks. I will not be here. Hold the fort.
We will.
Don't let it all crumble.
No, we will, Rick.
Jamie Bice should be here filling
Jamie
in
will
for
be
me
in
next
with us
week.
for
Big,
next week.
big post game, Alabama and Texas A&M. That's going to be a good one.
Hey,
All right.
Jamie,
Until then,
does
we'll see you
Jamie
at the
know
games,
that?
everybody.
Yeah.
Have a great
Yeah, he
sports
does
week.
now.
If he's watching tonight, well, see you next week,
We'll see
James.
you next week, JB.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 60 Monday through Sunday nights, 9 p.m. and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Sound Off 60 also airs throughout the week on Communicom Cable Channel 6 at 9 p.m. across Southwest Louisiana. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the boys and access our website links at soundoff60.com.